I wrote a song, Dwayne, a friend of mine. We was walking down Lower Broadway in Nashville, Tennessee. I seen them old boxes run where all them winos was laying, and it was trash back then, a million. I told him, I said, well, the city of Nashville needs to do something about this, because the old Ryman Auditorium where the Opry was right there in one corner, and the Ernest Tubb record shop, the original one right there on Lower Broadway. I said, they need to do something about this. Those winos and refrigerator boxes and carpet. His name was Bobby Nash, and Bobby looked at me and said, Harvey, predict? I said, yes, sir. And he said, boy, watch what you say. And I said, what do you mean? He said, Harvey, Jesus walks down Lower Broadway. And I couldn't get that out of my mind. I wrote a song. I was walking down the sidewalk the other day in Music City, USA. An old man walked up to me. This I heard him say, Mister, could you give me just a little change to buy an old man some lunch? I said, sure, but before I do, let me tell you about a friend I've got. I told him the story of the cross of Calvary. I told him how the Savior bled and died to save a wretch like me. The old man looked at me and smiled, and then I heard him say, Mister, let me tell you, Jesus Christ walks down Lower Broadway. Me and him, we've traveled many miles across this US of A. I remember back in 43 when the Army took me away. I fought in France and Germany and didn't even get a scratch. And son, it was the Lord that brought this old man back. I'm not what you really think I am. I'm not a wino at all. I'm just an old man that's lost everything, my wife, my home, and my car. Once a month I get a little check from the VA. And son, I'd never make it if Jesus Christ didn't walk down Lower Broadway. So I took the old man by the hand and I said, hey, come go home with me. And I'll never forget as long as I live what the old man said to me. Mister, can you give me just a little change and I'll be on my way. And when you talk to the Lord, tell him you met Gabriel walking down Lower Broadway. Yeah, Jesus walks where we won't. Jesus ministers to those the church don't want. If we're going to be like Christ, then we've got to care. It don't matter where they've been. It don't matter what they've done. Ron, Jesus loved us before we ever was saved, didn't he? That's right. Lower Broadway, just remember that. When you're on Broadway sometime, look around, you might see Jesus. Yeah, I recorded that song several years ago. It's called Lower Broadway. Mister, let me tell you, Jesus Christ walks down Lower Broadway. Will he then?